Peace, family. Today is my birthday. I just turned 20 today. And look, today is one of those days that I want to really sit down with y'all and I want y'all to real life think about everything right now that you are appreciative for. I was able to manifest everything that you now see before you, bro. I was able to manifest me being able to conceptualize my thoughts, me being able to go about writing, me going about making creative film, like any of my wildest imaginations came to fruition with my strong belief. I knew for a fact that I was not cut out to work a 9 to 5. So I chose to work every job possible, right? To speed run through the process. And what I mean by speed run is I chose to do exactly what I did not want to do so that I can learn and be ahead of the curve so that I can be a leader, right? I took the time to learn different skills. I took the time to hone in on my communication skills. I took the time to hone in on being the representation of what I wanted to be. Things like training, right? Things like eating healthy, right? Things about daily habits, right? Things about going against the average status. You feel me? Going against the whole conceptualization of, okay, if everyone else does it, then I can do it. Or if everyone else thinks it, I can think it, right? If there's anything that I want you guys to take from the videos that I've been making since I was 18 years old, bro, let's not forget, I made my first video on my 18th birthday. And it's still on this channel. If y'all want to go watch that shit, go watch it. Because it's really the inspiration for how if you continue to keep doing something, you have no inevitable choice but to get better. Now look, I digress. When it comes to life, when it comes to growth, when it comes to everything that you do in this lifetime, you must realize that once you lose the appreciation for it, it diminishes, right? In this world, we've been taught that, oh, if you just get a specific amount of money, then you can, all right? Or if you get this specific amount of status, right? Or this specific amount of power, right? Then all your problems will inevitably be solved by default. But that is not what we've been placed on this earth for, right? There are individuals that were placed on this earth to tell truth in whatever way that may be. This could be being a comedian. This could be being I won't say that bullshit, but this could be being a content creator. This could be doing a numerous number of things, being an artist. And we know being an artist is a numerous big universal aspect. It isn't just one dimensional. So when you talk about the life that you want to live, when you speak life into yourself, you have to realize that everything is intentional. For all my people right now who feel like their life isn't significant because they're not making a specific dollar amount, that cage that you are putting yourself in mentally is something that you will forever stay in until you choose to break out of it, right? When you tell yourself that you can't live in a specific city or you can't date a specific person that you may want to date, right? You feel me? And I'm not just speaking from a flesh body standpoint. I'm speaking from a habit standpoint, right? When we look at the things that we do, we have to be purposeful within our intent, right? I know for me specifically, everything that I am doing, no matter how big or small, is tied into purpose. Whether my conversations, whether the books that I'm reading, even the videos that I'm making, it is all intentional. Everything is by intention. Even my daily W's that I get done, everything has specific intention. And I live my life in a divine order that way so that I can be in tune with who I am, right? Because when you find yourself and you find your kinks, you find your niches, because we all have niches, right? We aren't one dimensional. There isn't just one thing about us that stands out. It's a numerous number of things. We just have to tap into those things, right? So when you realize that, okay, now you can realize that the power is already invested in you. The power is already molded in you. The discipline is already molded in you. You just have to grab onto that shit. You have to grasp onto it, right? This is the reason why when you watch videos like mine or another self-improvement content or just another YouTuber in general, it doesn't even have to be in that specific niche. They give you that drive, but it's like a confirmation, right? Because there's a difference from confirmation and motivation. See, motivation is putting fire under your ass to be like, okay, I need to get my ass in the gym, or I need to take care of my finances, or I need to get my shit together, right? But putting that actual fire on yourself rather than it being a problem or being a current issue is having the intention. You feel me? So having that direction to move forward and it being your choice is the most important thing, because I can make videos all day, right? And these videos can help change the world, and these videos can help mold individuals' lives, right? But I was just talking to an individual I'm in the gym with, right? And he's my trainer. And he told me, no matter what you're doing, right? No matter what you have in mind and no matter what your goals are, if you are not willing to do it alone, you're not willing to do it to your fullest ability, right? And I'll say that shit again, right? When it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to the things that you want the most in this lifetime, if you are not willing to do it broke, alone, cold, uncomfortable, you don't want that shit for real, bro. If you need someone in your corner, you don't want it bad enough. Because the whole form of initiation when we go throughout this life is us realizing that we are born alone. And that's not a negative thing, right? That's not something you have a psyop over or lose your mind over or go into psychosis over. It's a realization that you take and mold into a superpower, right? So when you walk into rooms, you're walking into rooms with the form of independence, right? When you walk into rooms, you walk in with that God body. You walk in with that mindset that you know that even though I may be physically alone, I am never spiritually alone. I am never not divinely protected. My ancestors are walking with me with everything that I'm doing, right? No matter what that is. So when you have that burning, ferocious intention internally, you cannot be stopped. And last but not least, bro, I want you guys to appreciate this life that we are living, bro. There is a lot of content and information at your fingertips, and it's endless, it feels like. But I want you to realize that the whole point of us living this life is to just be, right? No matter what that is. This can mean being an astronaut. This can mean being a businessman. This can mean being a content creator. This can mean being a dancer. This can mean being an athlete. No matter what your specific purpose is on earth, the whole point of being it, is just being it, right? No matter how big or small. A lot of individuals strive to be the highest height and not already know that they are the highest height, right? Your goal might be, I just want to go to the NBA. Another individual's goal is, I just want to get out of my hometown. What's the difference between those two, right? Because the equivalent of you getting out of your hometown could make you feel like you're going to the NBA, because you are. Because it's all collective consciousness, bro. It's all intertwined. So this is what I mean when I say, when you have that gratitude, your life gets better. And when it gets better, it gets more exciting. It gets more adventurous. It gets more insightful, right? Rather than, okay, I'm just making more money now, right? Okay, I have the new car right now, right? Or I have the ideology of what a girlfriend is rather than the traits of what a wife is, right? Rather than the habits of what a wife is, right? Rather than the mind frame of what a wife is, right? When you ask for something, you got to be intentional with it. Do you just want a girlfriend, or do you want someone you can build with, right? Do you just want a spiritual, sexual contract, or do you want someone that you can build a child with, build a solid foundation with, right? And bear fruit with? You feel me? So when you got that mind frame and when you start thinking like that, that is when shit changes. That is when life changes. And that's when you really start focusing and honing in on those habits that you do, right? Now you paying more attention to what you watching. Now you paying more attention of what you doing, what you eating, right? All of these things that are spiritually intertwining and connecting you to a higher power, right? All of these things are being manipulated at all times. So now you're noticing these things. So now you're being more attentive. You're being more actionable, right? You're being more insightful with the words that you're speaking and you're saying out to the universe, because words are power. Words are divinity. Words are your strength. Without these words that we speak, we can do nothing, right? But when these words are double back with action, we can't be stopped. You feel me? We can't be stopped. So that is the intention, bro. That is what this video was about. I ain't come to talk y'all head off. I just wanted to give y'all that, bro. Now look, for the new people watching this channel, like I said previously in the beginning of the video, I got my links down below. I got my IG, I got my TikTok. Anybody who's watching this video that may know a thumbnail editor or maybe a thumbnail editor and do good work, DM me on Instagram, man. Slim25. DM me on Instagram. Get in my DM. Let's work, bro. We got to get more people interactive with the channel. We got to get more organic engagement. So that means we got to work on these titles and these thumbnails. Hey, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know how we rocking. Y'all already know how we coming. Hey, let's keep going. I'm out.